low-carb eating by Robert Atkins, recommending bacon, butter, and brie as the best diet possible. And they used to get into all kinds of fights, even on national TV shows. Nathan Pritikin would say, Atkins, your diet is killing people. It's rotting their arteries and killing people. He was a very strong and a very bold man. Of course, Robert Atkins stood up and he said, no, that's not the case. My diet is healthy. And it got to the point where Robert Atkins sued Nathan Pritikin. Unfortunately, Nathan Pritikin died before that lawsuit could come about. He died at age 70. The lawsuit continued, and eventually the Pritikin program settled with Robert Atkins. Upset me terribly. To this day, it upsets me. I know that if Nathan Pritikin had lived, he'd have taken Robert Atkins to the mat and beat him to death, as he deserved. There is a division between understanding about what people should eat. And it's polar opposite. You can hardly believe that two groups of sincere people could stand on a similar stage and tell you that they have the truth. There are those who recommend low-carb eating. Carbs are made by plants. Sugar, natural sugars. You should avoid natural sugar. You should avoid all kinds of sugar, they say. And in place of that, you should eat as much fat and protein and animals as you can possibly stuff in your face. And then there's the other side, which is the point of view that I represent, which says you should not be eating these things for a whole variety of reasons. Let's talk about the people who recommend low-carb eating. That means low plant food, high animal food eating. These came by various diet names such as Scarsdale, Stillman, Atkins, Zone, Solitude, Buchanan is one of the new ones. And there are promoters like Sally Farron, Mary Edie from the West Bay Price Foundation. And there's that science writer, Gary Taubes, who tells you that you need to eat as much meat and butter and bacon as you can stuff in your face. And that's how to be healthy. Now those are the traditional low-carb diets. We have a whole new brand of low-carb diets. These are called the paleo diets. The paleo diets. I mean, they're the ones that rule these days. They have the platform right now. And they will not allow me or the other advocates of the other point of view to share the stage. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm willing to win the stage from them by whatever means is necessary. Paleo diet. Paleo diet, the prior diet, the caveman diet, the Stone Age diet, and the hunter-gatherer diet. These are the kind of diets that your friends are following. And they believe these diets are correct. These diets are based on a theory, and that theory is that we should eat like our ancestors. Going back 2 million years, we should eat like our ancestors did, because during those 2 million years, genetic adaptation took place, and our ancestors were hunter-gatherers with the emphasis on hunting. Now, I want to tell you right from the start, I don't believe any society, any large society that I know of was ever vegan. In other words, avoid all animal foods. But the idea that we are hunter-gatherers with the emphasis on hunting is untrue. The paleo diet recommends meat, fish, poultry, and eggs. All you want to eat. In fact, 55% of your diet should come from these animal foods. It recommends fruits and vegetables and nuts, but non-starchy fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Green and yellow and orange, non-starchy, largely perishable vegetables. It recommends against consuming starches of any kind, like potatoes and rice and corn. You can't eat these on the paleo diet. And to its credit, it does tell people to stay away from dairy and refined sugars, salt, and processed oils, except for olive oil. That's the paleo diet. Now, the Bible for the paleo diet is this book called Paleo Diet. And it was written by a guy named Loren Cordain. He's got credentials, professor in the Department of Health and Exercise, Colorado State University, Loren Cordain. Anybody who follows the paleo diet, they look to this man as the authority. He writes in scientific journals, he publishes books, he is the man. Quotes from Cordain. The one You can read his book, and by the way, the page numbers that you see here are the page numbers in the 11th edition of his book.